Sharks. From the great white to the blue shark, they always hold our interest and feed our imagination. There are hundreds of different species in the world's oceans, and one of the most common questions is, do we have them in our waters? But apart from shark awareness, what else do we know about the Mediterranean Sea, and, in particular, about the sea surrounding Malta and its sister islands? The Mediterranean Sea is a small body of water that makes up less than 1% of the world's total water surface. Today, the Mediterranean covers a total area of 2.7 million square kilometers. It is a body of water provided by the Atlantic Ocean. The Maltese Islands are located at latitude 35 degrees 53 minutes and longitude 14 degrees 31 minutes. The most isolated archipelago in the Mediterranean, between the island of Sicily and the coast of northern Africa. Let's go on a virtual tour around our coastal shores and pinpoint areas in distress. Much of our coast is busy with activities that affect our sea. The Freeport in the south of Malta is very active with the traffic of cargo vessels. Not far from the Freeport is the power station plant. Our daily lives depend on the electricity generated here. Just offshore from the power station, we can find bluefin tuna penning, with further ship activity in the harbour area. The sea on the eastern part of the coast is under threat because of the way we live and consume on land. We find more fish farming near the islands of St. Paul's Bay, Mistra Bay, and in Melilla Bay. Even the Malta Camino Channel is home to fish farming, with more pens to be found in these waters. Quarry activity also has an impact on the sea environment. In answer to the question of sharks in our waters, yes, they do live in the Mediterranean Sea, along with thousands of other species of fish and sea creatures. After all, it is their domain. The last unfortunate encounter with a shark in Maltese waters was in 1989, when a local fisherman caught a great white shark that was more than 6 meters long. Today, the Maltese government has put the great white shark on its protected list of endangered species, alongside its other family member, the manta ray, completely harmless to man, yet nothing more than a flattened out shark. Various species are already under protection, and it is up to us to preserve and protect the environment in which they live. In the very near future, we will have MPAs, Marine Protected Areas. The protected areas will control and prevent marine pollution so that sea life can continue to grow and flourish. The map locates the suggested sites for these MPAs. In Gozo, we have Dweira, Ramla Bay, and Imjarishini. In Malta, the chosen areas run along the northwest, from Irdum Maisa to Ras Rahib. The rich biodiversity and habitats found along this stretch are covered by 3 levels of protection. The islands of Camino, St. Paul's and Filfla will also be marine protected areas. All marine areas are currently being utilized and affected by human activities. We must be aware of the world beneath the surface of the sea and learn how to live in harmony with it. Let's now go beneath the waves and meet the natural water kingdom that has lived alongside us for millions of years. The Mediterranean moray can grow to 1.5 meters in length, it can be found swimming anywhere from a metre below the surface down to 100 metres. The John Dory is a distinctive fish. Typical of the area, it can reach a weight of 20 kilos, as heavy as a holiday suitcase. According to legend, the round black mark on each side of its body is said to be the thumbprint of St. Peter. In fact, its name in several European languages translates as St. Peter's fish. About half a metre in length, the flying gunnard lives on muddy, sandy and rocky bottoms. When threatened, it quickly opens its huge fan-like fins. Observation has shown that this behaviour can indeed deter predators. When hungry, it feeds on crustaceans, such as crabs, that live on the seabed. A grouper is a grumpy-looking fish that can grow to 150 centimetres and weigh a staggering 60 kilograms. The common dentex can be found to measure a metre in length, but is usually no more than 50 centimetres long and lives in depths between 15 to 150 metres. The barracuda has been known to grow to a length of 180 centimetres. It can skim the surface, then dive down to 100 metres. Young specimens tend to congregate in schools, while large individuals are solitary. Part of the courtship behaviour of the barracuda consists of baring its teeth, which may seem like a threatening display to diving spectators. The bluefin tuna is a very important commercial species. The Atlantic bluefin tuna usually lives in open waters, but seasonally comes close to the shore. The tuna can grow and grow, measuring between 2 and 3 metres, and is tolerant of a wide temperature range. It can swim on the surface and then dive down to 100 metres. A female weighing 300 kilograms may produce as many as 10 million eggs per season. The 5 species of the greater amberjack are quite similar. In the northeastern Atlantic, an amberjack of more than 100 centimeters body length is always considered a greater amberjack. The sea hare is so called because the tentacles resemble the floppy ears of a hare, a wild rabbit. Most of a sea hare's life is spent in deeper waters offshore, but in spring and summer, large numbers may come inshore to lay their long strings of orange or pink eggs. Numerous adults may also be found grazing on the sea lettuce in rock pools quite high on shore. The flabellina is a member of the sea slug family. They are distinguished by longer rhinophores on their heads, tentacles beneath their mouths, and multiple gills, known as serrata, on their backs. It is the distinctive purple sea slug that is common throughout the Mediterranean. The cuttlefish is commonly found in shallow, offshore waters. One of their most impressive features is their ability to rapidly alter their skin pigmentation for courtship, camouflage, hunting, and sometimes depending simply on their mood. The common octopus is a remarkable and highly successful creature. When threatened, they can rapidly change their body shape and colour, or squirt ink to cover a rapid jet-propelled escape. The colour of an octopus can depend upon its mood. If it turns white, it may be frightened. If it turns red, it may be angry. The common octopus lays about 250,000 eggs. That's 250,000 eggs. The spiny spider crab can grow up to 25 centimeters. It is found on hard and soft bottoms, down to about 170 meters. The body is often masked with algae attached to special hooks. The Mediterranean slipper lobster lives on rocky bottoms and can be found at depths of 100 meters. It is active at night and hides during the day, often in caves. The dwarf tube anemone can grow to a length of 8 centimeters. It grows on sand, among seagrass, at depths of about 1 to 20 meters. It is easily recognized by the brown rings on the tentacles, though some have been found to be uniformly brown. The jellyfish is a relatively simple animal, with a body that is more than 97% water. It has no central nervous system and only rudimentary senses, but nevertheless is an efficient hunter. It has a simple mouth on its underside, surrounded by arms to grasp prey, and trailing stingers to stun, paralyze, or even kill outright. From another class of species, the one to mention is the fireworm. The fireworm, or dogworm, reaches a length of 30 centimeters and can grow to the thickness of a human finger. Do not touch this worm. The bristles easily penetrate the skin. They break off and cause an intense burning sensation that can last for weeks, hence the name fireworm. What a magical, mystical world lies beneath the blue surface that surrounds us. What can we do to maintain a healthy sea environment where these creatures can continue to breed and grow for many generations to come? Awareness is the key. Education is the journey. Respect is the answer.